There we are.
Good morning to everybody.
Good.
Welcome to our show, Latino Psychic Visions. It is done at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we still say good morning because we don't know where we're coming through.
I didn't correct you. Are you proud of me?
See, hello, Ed, and hello, Carol.
Hi, Carol. Hi, Ann. Glad you joined us today. Thank you. There's Lupita.
I'm
Hello.
enjoying. I'm enjoying Carol those tamales. Hello,
Oh, man.
Lupita. You know, honey, I just got a call a little while ago from the mobile company. You know, our telephone company.
Yeah.
And she says, we wanted to speak to you about taxes. I said, I'm going to do my show right now. And she goes, okay, great. And then she puts on a recording. I just click, get up.
Whatever.
Some people just don't listen.
They
I
thought
know you agree
maybe she
with
thought you were going to be watching TV or something. She didn't understand the show. You didn't have to answer.
I know. Hello, Ruthie.
Hi, Ruthie. Good to see you today. Glad
The
you
thing
joined
is,
us.
hon, the thing is if they, if they're monitoring and we got the phone from them, why wouldn't they know that we do the show?
I don't know, but you know what? I think I can't hear you very well. Does everybody else? Is Roger coming in okay?
Isn't that a good thing?
I don't know.
Okay, you hang on. I'm clicking it right now.
Okay.
And can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes.
That's because I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
T-Mobile called me, supposedly, and wanted to know about our back taxes.
I don't think they care. I don't think it's them.
I
So
don't think so
Kelly says
either.
she can't hear anything on YouTube, but you maybe could have hit the mute.
Kelly, can you hear me now?
Kelly, I've done that too when I've gone on YouTube, and it's because my mute. There's a place where you can hit the mute button by mistake sometimes. You might want to check that out.
See,
Just a thought. Now I can't hear you at all. What
because I
did you
hit
just?
the mute button.
Oh, I
Herbie
got kind of
Lopez, how you doing, buddy?
I got kind of worried. Oh.
So I can sit here.
Oh, you know what?
Don't you just love him?
I do. So I'm hoping that everybody had a good Christmas, and I'm glad you joined us. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you for joining me yesterday on my show. Many of you were there, and you had my special guest was Roger, and we had a lot of wonderful questions.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was. It really
there were
was.
some really great questions,
Hello,
and
Leona.
I liked them because sometimes psychic mediums just assume that you know what they do. And when you've watched Roger for a long time, we all assume you know what he does. But there are a few people that were brand new, and they come in with no clue as to what a psychic medium is or what they do or what the differences are between psychic mediums and how one psychic can be uh, on the belief of one thing and the other can be on, we're all individuals. I shouldn't say they're all individuals and they all have their own belief systems, but they also seem to have the same, they're all alike as well. And so it was kind of cool to have that discussion with my own husband because it brought back memories when I didn't know what was going on when we first met, right?
See, Kelly said she had to reboot her phone and she's back on now. Every
Good.
time I think of somebody saying they got to reboot something, it reminds me of kicking a field goal into football.
Yeah.
It's just a little inside joke, folks.
That was so funny.
Anyway, we are here today, folks, as you can see, I'm wearing my Latino Psychic Vision shirt. I still have one right here. I have a couple of them, in fact, and they're going today. They gotta go today.
We just have a few left. We have how many XLs? About two or three.
Couple of those.
And we
I
don't
know
have
we have
any,
the two XLs we have.
and we don't have any more larges. I think we have
No, we
a
have to
couple
order
of
some
medium.
more. And we
Yeah.
still have these.
So if you're interested in any of one of them, please let us know. We just have a few left.
This is a small.
There's a small of the kind of the original ones, which are really nice. I like those too. Those are in deep navy blue. But we're
And
hope you're having
then
closing out a good 2023. Looking forward to a 2024 full of new discoveries and good things.
and then I have this one in medium. Love everyone you can on this earth because love is life and life is love.
Hi Sherry, good to see you.
Oh, Sherry from Sasebo. Hello.
Yeah. So if you guys are coming in on YouTube, would you please don't forget to share the show with people, your family and friends. Keep the show going. We really appreciate it.
And if you're coming in on Facebook, will you please get the hell out of Richard Union? Hey, bud. Both of you need to get off of Facebook and get on YouTube. Go to where it says Roger Garza Senior Psychic on YouTube, and it'll take you to me. So we're saying hello to everybody. The first 10 minutes, we got quite a few people. You hear that echo, honey?
Yeah, that's
Mama. Is that you or is that me?
I was going to the YouTube channel so that I can put that link in here.
Well, we got to do something about that.
Well, that's because I had a lot of things up at the same time.
Hello, Valerie.
Hello, Valerie.
Val, don't say happy holidays. That sounds too plain. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
New Year. Okay, Sherry says she's on YouTube, but she doesn't know how to comment there. There's a...
No, we don't want none of your comments.
I'm not quite sure how to
the top or something, honey, for that.
You kind of have to do a little work to do it, I think.
Richard
I can't.
Got on.
Let me see.
I think you have to go up to the top or something. Sherry says fine.
Okay. I think there's a thing that says either hide chat or not. Unhide or something, maybe. I don't know. It's on there somewhere.
It's really there. I know it is.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to run this at all, honey?
What should I run?
The link?
What? I did put the link on, honey.
No, you got it in the column.
Well, no, it doesn't do any good to do on the. I've already put it on Facebook. That's the ones. All they have to do is click on it. All they have to do is click on it, and they'll get there.
The button that says live chat.
Yes, click on the button that says live chat.
Hello, Kathy.
Thanks, Herbie.
Sherry, go back to YouTube and hit live chat. So, do we continue talking about yesterday's show, Annie? That was pretty good.
That was really good because... Oh,
Valerie got on. Cool.
Yay, Valerie. Good for you. There's Jojo.
Jojo, you got to get on YouTube. Go to YouTube. The link is up there. And then hit live chat.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't get, if you don't get on this today, just try to do it another day. Just it's just that we get people that kind of pester people. So yesterday was a great show because we got to know you a little more. And there's other talents you have than just reading. You can see in people's bodies. You can help them with their health as
Yep.
far as noticing things.
I'm
Um,
able to look inside the human body like an X-ray.
you you can also in your readings, when you do readings, a lot of times you do some travel and you go to another
Mental
place in your
travel. Yeah.
mind's eye. Yep.
Hello,
Yeah.
Amanda.
But we won't go through the whole program we had yesterday. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. My Faye's Angels is my own YouTube channel, so check it out. It's cool. Leona says, hoping 2024. Uh, for I'm not sure. Hoping a good 2024. Yep. There's Amanda. How are you, dear?
I was gonna say something about like yesterday we were talking about what I did and everything, and how I'm able to be here in Wisconsin and go like when I was talking about Amanda's house that time, that cracked window.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing when I did Michael Owens's house too. Remember? And I said the
Yes.
windows were sideways.
Yes. And oh, I remember that wonderful couple. I think were they in Mississippi, and you
Oh,
described their
about the
home.
tree?
Yeah.
Yep, they were in Mississippi.
Yeah, and it was kind of a big read actually because you saw his dad behind him.
James is dead. Yeah,
Right, we actually got them up on Zoom. I think Jojo helped us with that. We
right.
got them up on Zoom.
Well, even doing JoJo, the time I did the group reading for JoJo's family,
Mhm.
and I was able to go all the way up to Alaska and listen to the way they talk up there.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, JoJo's mom was from an Alaskan tribe.
Right. It was a pretty exhausting and wonderful day, actually. It
I
really
bet you
was.
slept good that night.
I'm
I
sure I
did.
did.
When I use a lot of my energy, I sleep real hard.
Mhm. Well, yeah, we both were pretty whipped up when we walked out of that house, huh? It was all day long. Yeah. And so Amanda's asking how your sister is.
Amanda, honestly speaking, I don't know because I've hit my nephews up, try to find out something, and they won't get back to me. I don't know what's going on, so I don't know.
They're in Texas. We're up here. We're, on opposite sides of the United States, and communication is very weird between the families.
Yeah,
It's uh can I say dysfunctional? I can. I will. So, and it's unfortunate Roger's a little bit on pins and needles, and he doesn't know. We can only assume that nothing has changed, that she still is recovering from COVID. Hopefully, she had sepsis. Um, she was, what's the word?
he was in a
And,
coma.
and I don't know, because she was hit on the head. So I don't know. It isn't good. And at first, we heard that the family was supposed to gather the next day and make some decisions.
Yeah,
Well,
the doctor wanted to talk to everybody. She cracked her head open, received 9 stitches, and then she developed COVID, and they put her on a respirator, and she went into a coma. That's all I know.
and she's 78 years old, by the way.
9.
79. Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Prayers for her, she
Yes,
says.
thank you.
And let me kind of give you something about Paul Francis, our friend Paul Francis. I talked a little with him by text today, and he's uh, saying that Maya is still recovering from the injuries she sustained by being hit by a car. They did not have to hospitalize her. They were able to bring her home, and she's recovering. This was before Christmas. This happened when she was in town, and so they brought her back to home, and they have been taking care of her, and she is recovering physically, but of course she has apparently has nightmares or is not able to sleep very well because of what has happened to her. So please raise her up in your prayers and healing in all respects, and also for the family. Um, and by the way, Paul will be on my show on Tuesday coming up. So, and that's really, I'm surprised he's able to do it, but he said he will be with us.
And that's
And
your
of
first show after the first.
Yeah, it is. And as far as I know it, he's going to still have his seminar on Friday morning, the 30th, Friday morning our time, which is 9 a.m. Central Time, and UK time, I think, is, I don't know what time that is. And probably 1 or 2, I don't even know. But anyway, he's still having it. So he just keeps on going. We have to keep on going. Yes, prayers for Maya. So things happen all the time. I mean, we never, I mean, even psychic mediums are shocked by the things that happen to them.
Yeah.
It's not just because you're a psychic medium doesn't mean you'll know that. I think
We are
is it
human.
is it possible that you're not supposed to see the things that happen to you? Roger, what do you think about that? Why don't you see? You didn't see that happening. Did you
Well,
see that
here,
happen to your sister?
I'll give you a prime example. Do you remember that when the spirit guides told me, we're going to take your son? And I said, no, you got the wrong guy. And I said, no. They kept arguing with them. They insisted. They said it 4 times. We're going to come for your son. And I said, no, 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 no. So to pick on somebody else. And I kept arguing. And I just said, no. A week later, my son passed away.
Yeah.
So I should have listened then. I had a week to know it, but
It would have
I
been
didn't
nice for
believe
you
it.
to know it because you wanted to reconnect with him and because you had
Yeah.
not talked to him for so long. There was a disconnect there. And so Leona is asking for prayers, healing and protection over her 6 kids. Someone very close to them is being nasty to them. Well, we'll keep your family in our prayers. And always, Leona, you've come to the right place.
And Leona prayed to Saint Alexander to keep that nasty person away.
Yeah, the holiday season is sometimes a kind of a difficult time for people. It doesn't always come out perfect, picture perfect, does it? And so it's hard to go through it sometimes. But you got to keep the faith and just keep it going. We're lucky that we're still here. All of us that are watching you, all of you who are here joining us today. We're really glad you're here. And Roger and I are here. We're all here for a reason. We're here to help people. We're here to participate in this life. And your prayers are welcome anytime. And you always can come on our show and we can talk about the things that are happening to you, because we don't just talk about psychic medium things, right?
Yeah, we talk about recipes. We talk about.
We do. Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to say: if those of you who have been with me or been with us since like day one, almost 6 years ago, this show, believe it or not, this show and what I do, folks, has really aged me. You know, I was bent over like this, and I'm looking at all my gray hair, and I went, wow, even my eyebrows are gray, you know?
Well, at
I
least you're
suppose,
here.
yeah,
You're
I
here.
suppose 73, I still get some black in there somewhere. It's hit.
No. No.
See, it's under.
You did get more gray.
Well, hello. I can go. Oh, 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 oh,
Yeah, pretty.
oh.
Next year maybe you could be Santa's double. It might be turning white. You
You
never
trying to
know.
say I'm gonna get bigger than I am?
No, I'm talking about
That's a
your
double.
hair.
Oh, yeah. Then it'll be white, white, huh?
Yeah.
Then I'll have to grow my beard down to here.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Please no. So
Anyway,
we also are going to have on Saturday a friend of ours on This Mug's for You. Laura Lee Potvin is going to be with us on that show, their last show of the year. And she will bring a lot of energy and fun to the show. I can't wait for her to be with us.
yep, she's
And
a knucklehead. Yeah.
she's a knucklehead, and she's a wonderful person. And I know you've seen her before. She and Roger will be doing some readings. It'll be
Hello, Kathleen.
very fun. Please join us on Saturday for that. Yep.
Who was? Let's put it this way: who was considered the silver fox?
Charlie Pride?
No, no.
Who was it?
It goes back to the Second World War.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll just see if somebody comes up with it.
We've got yes, Anne says sometimes life is hard. Indeed,
Yep.
it is.
And Valerie's looking for a check. Yeah, COVID hit us twice, right, honey?
Yeah, she asks, do you think COVID will ever go away? What is your thought on that?
I had said this when they asked me this 2 years ago. I said COVID would be here for 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It will still be around. It's redeveloping right now with another what is it? Another virus or some kind. But
RSV?
I had said that everybody's going to use their masks again, and everybody thought I was nuts. Well, down south they're using them again.
Well, masks are good, I guess. I mean, there's well, maybe I should say this. It is my belief, and what I've heard is masks do help for all kinds of things, like even flu. So, flu is not good either.
No, because it's a different variation.
Okay, so Ruth is saying
That's true too. That is true.
Charlie Rich.
Yep.
I don't think so either. I think it'll always be here.
I said it will be here, but it won't be as active. Herbie, they sell this, or they have them in every restaurant.
A booster?
Yeah,
chair.
booster chair.
A booster chair.
I know it's nothing to make fun of, but I want to get back at Herbie.
He knows where you live, honey.
So if what now?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Get in line.
You know what? We'll still be on, even if we do win the lotto. We'd still have the show, wouldn't we, honey?
Yeah,
that wouldn't
because
stop us.
You have to, believe it or not, folks, this is no lie. If you win the lotto, you can't just go to the lotto place and say, "Okay, I'm here for my check."
Well,
you
I don't.
An appointment.
If we won the lotto, do you think you'd stop doing what you're doing?
No.
No.
Why would I?
I don't think so.
Is this Allie that I think it is? Remember Allison, honey? If it's the one I'm thinking of, Eric's daughter.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. We got Keisha here today too.
Hey, Keish.
Oh, that's not you don't need to do that. Yeah.
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you said that to Leona. Roger's buying her that house if he wins the lottery. He did say that.
Yep. A different house to get her out of that moldy house.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. Kathleen, that's very scary. Folks, if you get a runny nose and you're coughing and everything and you with no fever, do not let that go. Go get checked. Go to a doctor. Go to the hospital. Because that's that new variant they got going now, the new whatever they call it.
Is that RSV that you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it. I should. But
Well,
anyway,
it's got symptoms that people mistake it for something else, you know. Well, thank God to this.
okay, good. Okay, so Ellison says yes, it's JoJo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she had switched that.
Okay.
But I thought it was Elliot, Eric's daughter. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Have a wonderful, sparkly holiday. May your holiday be just as beautiful and sparkly as you are. May God bless and great all of your dreams have come. Okay. Okay.
Tracy Warren, what is wrong with your hand? The inside palm of your hand. Everybody's going to betray me.
We still have some White Castles in the freezer, honey.
Yep. Okay, you got to see this one. Yeah, it has been a while.
Oofda, he says.
I know the feeling, but I deal with it every day. After 7 falls, trust me, I deal with a lot of pain, but I keep going.
Well, thank you, Trev. I hope you did too. He says, hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Yep.
Are you going to handle this thing or am I?
I don't know. If you want to just take the wheel, go ahead.
Well, I don't want you to get logged out like you did yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jojo. We sadly lost my auntie Doreen on Friday. So. Well, I'm glad you joined us today, and keep joining us because we're trying. We're going to be try to have nice special guests on our shows. I have a wonderful lineup on my shows for January, and I hope you join me on those as well.
Valerie said she got all her vaccines. Is that all 6 of them? That's how many we have. How's the coffee, by the way, hon?
It's really excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Trev, is your pain and everything affecting your hand? Like your hand goes to sleep, like mine? I'm picking up your hand. And I'm going to go with the left hand, not the right. Yes, Valerie, there's 6 of them. That's what we got anyway. Yep, he says yes all the time. His hand.
I really honestly don't know how many that is, Valerie. I just know that I just got the, went there
There's
and
6
got it
of
done.
them. I have them on the card.
Okay.
Jojo, like I told everybody else, uh, my sister's in Texas, and we're up here in Wisconsin. And I contacted my 2 nephews to find out how my sister's doing. I'm waiting 2 days already to find out. But my daughter and my grandkids, my 3 grandkids, they're doing great. Thank God. They got over COVID.
And so Trev says yes all the time.
Yeah, on his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You also got like a trick knee, Trevor. I'm gonna go to the right knee. If you could be walking, all of a sudden, bloop, like it pops out or something. It's a trick knee. You're in rough shape, bud. You're like me. We go through so much junk, and then when you get older, you feel the effects. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Jojo.
Jojo.
Sure does. Have to use a brace quite often. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know the feeling. Golly.
So is everybody getting prepared for, New Year's? I know that, the custom is to make New Year resolutions. Are you starting to think ahead and think about what you want to do or accomplish or change in your life? Do you want to share that with us today?
Let me go first to Kathleen. Kathleen, believe it or not, that headache that you get could be a tooth. Remember that. I'm not a doctor, but I know what symptoms are. And I'm sorry to say it won't be.
It's going to be a very challenging 2024, but that does
Yep.
not mean that we all can't do our best to make each day the best that we can possibly make it. We're going to be up against some stuff.
Right behind you, bud. I'm trying my damnedest to lose weight, but these pills I take make me. When I was always at 240, okay? For 5'10, I was 240. And then started taking these pills, and they're like steroid pills, man. Like blood pressure pills and that. Boom, got big.
So Kathy says um, no more resolutions for her. She's going to go with the flow.
That's all you can do, really.
Well, not
Because
me. That's not
no,
what
but
I'm
here's
going to
the
do.
thing, though, honey. We can't help what uh, the legislators per se, how they change the world.
I don't care about the legislators. I
I
don't
know
care.
that. I'm not talking political. What I'm saying is, their we have to go with their flow, whatever they
I'm going to go
introduce.
with my flow. I'm going to go with my flow.
Okay, be
All
patient.
right. I'm not going to worry about that because worrying about that is not going to do me any good.
Look who's here, Martin. Okay, buddy. Let me tell you what. I had the 6 of them so far. Okay, for the longest time, I still cannot smell. And when I eat, sometimes the first initial bite, I get the flavor of whatever it is. And yep, my eye, it just goes away. I'm like I'm eating rubber. Estoy bien, gracias a Dios. That means I'm good, folks. And thank God I am. What? What were you going to say?
You know, I just have to say this.
Okay, go ahead.
That I mean, it is true that 2024, I respect that you say The 2024 is not going to be the greatest year. It's going to be full of challenges. But I also say that we as a human experience, and we're living our human experience, I think it would be beneath us if we didn't continue to do the best we can every day. Do you agree with that? Why do we do the shows if we don't agree
Well,
that we're
here's
doing
the
the best
thing.
we can every day? I
Here's the
mean,
thing, honey. We have to deal with like gas prices, food prices,
okay,
all that stuff. The stock
okay,
market going up and down, and
okay. And do
interest
you think
rates
that's
and all that.
anything new for anybody else in the whole wide world for the
No, but
history of
what I'm saying though is we have to go according to that.
we do, but I'm not
And
gonna let that
well, I know that,
dominate
but
my
see,
thoughts every
you
single
cannot
day.
close yourself off from the world, the
No,
outside
I'm
world.
not saying that. I'm saying, okay, there's that. This is what I'm going to do with it.
Okay,
You
let me
can't
run
just
this.
go, why would you want to say don't do anything and just put your head in the sand and let
I
life?
didn't say don't do anything. Let me put this up. I gotta say something about this. Herbie, you need to be extremely careful, and this goes out to everybody else. Ozempic, they're saying there is a generic Ozempic that's out there that is like people are getting sick, people are dying, whatever. But please be careful. Get it from a doctor
And that's
because
wonderful.
there's a phony one that's out there. The phony
Right.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Don't order it online.
No. I would say not to do that. Valerie says her New Year's resolution is to go back to work and try to be more kind to others. Yeah, the resolutions don't have to say you have to lose 400 pounds. It can be, I saw one person on TV saying, a newscaster saying that she will try to be more present, that she will try to be more kind to people, that she those are wonderful things that she'll try something new every day. I mean, hey, I get that this is a challenging times. I get that there are things that are happening over in Israel and Gaza that are not great. I understand that there's things happening in Russia and I can't remember the
Hello,
name of this.
Sandra.
But that what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to do the best we can with what we have every single day. That is my point. And
Now, Martin is asking a question about this, and I'm going to give you what I see and what I've gone across or whatever. It seems like every time that we have like COVID pops up per se or something else pops up per se, I want you folks to start looking. And this they said, even Metatron said this. Metatron, if you remember, I said the voice of God told me to keep it, told everybody, keep looking up to the sky. My theory is this: if you see that what is the Skyrider plane that's up there,
mhm.
they're dumping something on us, and that never fails. And every time that plane goes by, bang, a lot of people get sick.
I don't think so.
I do, and I would have an insight on it. Trust me.
Kathy says she celebrates Christmas on January 5th, which was her mom's birthday.
Cool.
She did her Christmas shopping. It was a last minute thing, and she gave 8 gifts out for Christmas Eve. Then on January 5th, I'm having my Christmas dinner with my 3 children's families. And she can't wait to bake for 2 days. That's the
That's
deal.
cool.
You know what happened to us on Christmas Day? My granddaughter, who's 17 or 18, texted me and said, "Grandma, I want to come see you. I miss you." And that was Christmas Eve because Roger and I had nothing planned for Christmas Day. I said, "Okay, come on over." And she goes, "I'm going to grab my mom and my brother and boyfriend too." I said, "Absolutely." So Christmas Day ended up me at the last minute making spaghetti for everybody. And it was the most wonderful Christmas I think I remember in a long, long time because it was impromptu. We weren't expecting it, and I loved every minute of it.
Sandra, they say they're dumping fuel, but how can we go way up there to find out if it's fuel or not? We can't. And I don't know if you guys ever do this in the morning, early in the morning. Go outside and just breathe in a little bit of air and close the door after that, and you'll start coughing. There's something in the air. I said it when I caught COVID the first time. I told my wife, I said, there's something in the air. I don't know what it is, but something's in the air. And I got COVID. And they can argue with me all day long. And I don't care. I'll just say, nope, you're hiding something from us.
Well, it is good to question things. I'll give you that, but I don't think I agree. But that's okay. Boy, we're just disagreeing on
And
everything.
why don't you agree?
I just don't agree. I
Who's so
don't.
psychic?
My intuition says that's not true.
Well, you can't believe that all the time.
Jojo says we have to keep strong with faith and keep going. I learned that if you worry about things, then you will continue
Right,
to be like that all the
right,
time.
right.
Thank you. Thank you, Jojo.
But just be aware of it, okay? And look at this. I agree, Kathleen. I agree. I mean, you can't stop living regardless of what. And you know, I've always said this show after show after show. We are nothing but pawns in a chess game. So we have to go according to whatever moves they make. It sucks, but it's what we have to do. We're sorry to hear you had the flu, dear. Remember this one too, folks, if you can handle it, okay? I know a lot of you don't drink and all that, but every time I start getting some kind of bug, a 24-hour bug, I go buy whiskey, Seagram's VO whiskey, and I take at least one or two shots. The next day, I'm straight. And she'll tell you it's truth. I don't know what's in it, but the old days they used to use it whenever you were sick.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was the medicine of the day. Cough syrup has a lot of alcohol in it, by the way. So, or it did. I don't know if it still does, but that's basically just making you feel better because you're drinking alcohol.
Because you're going to sleep.
Yeah. I'm going to switch glasses, see if that works for me. Maybe that'll change my attitude. I don't know. Maybe
Hello
I'll
there.
agree. Maybe I'll agree with you more. I don't know. Probably not.
Good. Hey, you want to use my glasses?
No, I don't want to wear your glasses.
Oh, yep. There you go, Val. That's it. And how you make this is the truth. The way you make a hot toddy, so everybody knows. You get a shot of whiskey. You get squeeze a little bit of lemon in there with a little bit of salt. Warm it up if you can. Like a lot of people put it in the microwave, but no, to me that kills it. Put it in a little pan and warm it up. And then when it's warm and you can drink it, just and you're gonna go night night. And you're gonna sweat it out like crazy. Is that Martina? You trying to say chemicals?
I don't know. Oh, look at Valerie. She's a fan. I shouldn't say fan, but thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, yep. I forgot the honey too.
Oh,
But yes, that's how you make a proper hot toddy. What does it mean when you have black like bruises on your body? Believe it or not, and Faye will tell you, there are times when I go into a bit like I'm fighting somebody at night in my sleep, and I wake up, things are all over or whatever, or I hurt on one side or something.
He has a whole different voice and everything.
Yeah,
It's
it's crazy.
really it's really crazy. But I don't know you have sometimes bruises on your body too, on your legs, Roger.
See,
I don't know. I think
but
you should if you
remember, I'm getting over Billy falling on top of me.
no, those uh Jojo, I think you should have the doctor take a look at that. If that's what you have.
Okay, here's another thing too. If you're taking blood pressure pills, that will give you the bruise looking. I remember I saw a guy, all bruised up like crazy. I said, "My God, what happened to you? Were you in a car accident?"
Mm.
He says, "No, it's my blood pressure pills." I went, "What?" So I started taking them, and bang, I got them. There you go. Sonda's saying it. Trust me, hot toddies really work, folks.
But not everybody can do that because
Right. Especially if you're a recovering alcoholic. We don't want you to go back
that's
to.
not what we should don't go back to that.
No, I'm
No.
saying don't go back to it.
Right. Can I tell everybody what I just not to change the subject, but can I change the subject? I pulled a angel card today. Can I tell
Okay.
them what it is?
Sure.
Because I think it's kind of cool that I mean I do a little meditation and then I randomly use my own angel cards and I pulled this one and I think it's really pretty cool to think about the end of 2023 going into 2024. And it's the card says forgiveness. Now all of the cards look the same, and this is the big paragraph in back. So I'll share that with you. This is forgiveness. Angel wisdom reminds you that challenging people and situations are sent to you as your most important teachers. Without them, your soul would not grow. Your guidance is to let go of the hurt, resentment, and anger of the past. When you forgive others and yourself, your karma is rubbed out of your soul records. You will enjoy love in your heart and lightness of spirit. Ask the angels to help you dissolve your hurt, anger, and guilt. They will take your burdens from you. When you love unconditionally, there is nothing to forgive. Love is forgiving. So open your heart and give love. And the affirmation is I forgive myself and others. I am free. I think that's a beautiful thing. It's not an easy thing to do. When I had my friend Nancy Robinson on my show, Faye's Angels, we talked a bit about forgiveness and how to make that part of your, to help free yourself from, just changing your energy, lifting your energy. When you forgive others, then it's not for them, it's for yourself.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for that moment.
Well, I was just going to say, there's a lot everybody can add to it too.
And so, what do you think about 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3?
Oh, you're talking at the end of the, yes. I would say make the best affirmation you can and make the biggest wish you can. Something that you want for the year coming up. Now, remember, folks, those of you who don't know the tradition, on New Year's Eve, you're supposed to have 12 green grapes or a stalk of celery or lettuce. And you go like this, the first grape. For the month of January, I want boom, swallow, chew it up, swallow it. For the month of February, I want boom, 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 whatever you're gonna say, and you go through the whole year with all the 12 grapes. Now, those that are Latinos, we're supposed to have menudo, but up here in Wisconsin, nobody's making menudo.
Very difficult to find it.
Yep. So that's another one. There's so many things, that you can do to bring in the new year. But yes, I would say on this New Year's coming up, which is 1 2 3 1 2 3, make the best. Write it on paper. In fact, what you want for this year coming up. That way, the universe will pick it up for you. And also the biggest wish that you want, and the people that you want to be with. Everything. Write it all on paper. Excuse me. That way, you'll see exactly if it comes out or not.
So thank you, Herbie. He says that he knows that it works faith. He was talking about forgiveness. And how do you survive with no menudo in your life?
Lupita, I'm dying. I love menudo, man. Like, to me, it's just like having a bowl of cereal. And menudo is the breakfast of champions.
And Carol says it's supposed to be good luck to make a pot of beans.
Yes, ma'am. It is. That's right. But you got to put chunks of bacon in there too.
Oh.
Yep. And if you want to, you could put a little booze in there, right? Yeah. It's called borracho beans.
What kind of beans? I mean, is it navy
Pinto
beans? Is it pinto
A
beans?
lot of people like black beans or whatever, but I like the pinto beans. And you put a little booze in there and let her just oof. Oofta. Why do I do this so to me every time?
I don't know.
And Herbie's right about this. You by golly, you betcha.
So Marshall, he says he's been using food extracts as a tonic from time to time. Alcohol in it strengthens the herb's medicinal properties. Yes.
Then that's got to be a native thing. And there are good native things, let me tell you, that people take for the new year. I think on the New Year's Eve, honey, we do limpias too. Limpiezas.
Okay.
I'm going to do the cleansing. I
I
cleanse
feel
her, cleanse myself.
kind of like making a pot of beans. I think that sounds
Only
good.
if you put chunks of bacon in it,
Of course.
and you can put a little whiskey in there.
Don't you think that Norwegians do that kind of stuff too?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't met one.
Whatever. So Kathleen says her late ex-husband was so good, so proud making that her best friend. I'm good at boiling pinto beans. Okay.
Yep. Just put big old chunks of bacon in there. Man, that makes it really good.
Okay.
You can buy bacon chunks like this, right? And then you just cut them up little squares like that and throw them in there with some onions. Oh, that's what I'm boiling now. No.
Oh boy. I can't compete with you guys. Okay, I'm doing the show and I can't compete. We're over at the office, okay?
Right.
So JoJo's asking about Paul's daughter. She's still recuperating at home. She is physically getting better, but at night she does has terrible nightmares. So continued prayers is always welcome in Paul Francis's home. I texted with him today. So thank you for asking that, JoJo. That's very cool.
Kathleen, I just saw you do this. Ow! So please be careful not to burn your finger or cut it. Yes, honey, you can use bacon ends, right? A little, well, it depends on how you're going to make the beans, And the ham bone, you could use that. But the ham bone, to me, absorbs all the flavor of it and takes away rather than give out.
Bone adds great flavor to soups.
No, I'd rather have it without it, just the bacon chunks. If you make it, you'll see. I did already. Grease jumped on my finger. Oh Lord, because I saw her go, ow. Okay, let's go to work. We got a half hour,
Would
so
you?
let's go to work.
Okay.
Marshall Martin or Martin Marshall, whichever way it goes. I keep getting your back. There's something wrong with your back. And Lupita, I'm picking up a tooth on the top part. I don't know if you have a bad tooth or what, but don't let it go. I want to go with Ann. Ann, I'm just going to ask, has your mom passed over? And as she has, she's there talking about some kind of recipe with something powder of some kind. Like you're supposed to add the powder to something. Valerie, they're telling me to tell you not to worry this year. Okay, so I mean, like from now until the end of the year, don't worry. Whatever it is that you want it done or you're hoping for, it's coming.
Marshall says or Martin Marshall, I had an aorta dissection 2 years ago. The back does hurt at times, and that scares me.
Don't let it go, buddy. Please do not let it go. If it hurts you, go get it checked. Don't try to be Mr. Hero, okay?
And Anne has said this. She's been having weird dreams, pink energy. I'm not quite sure
I'm
right
not
now what
either.
that means. Anne, I'm sorry. I can't help you with that one.
Kelly, Mama's telling me to tell you to be strong for the boys. This is a hard time for you, she's telling me. But she says you could make it. And she says something about if she ever picked up dirt and went like this with the dirt, like let it flow out or something, or let it flow out of her hands. She's talking about the dirt.
So, can I go back to the pink energy thing?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so Anne, I am reading, I'm learning, getting connected with my angels, and there are different colors and they have significance. And I looked up the color pink, which means loving, spiritual, caring, sensual, tender. So those are angel characteristics. So you can use that information as to how you ever want to use it, but that's what made me, I grabbed this book that I'm reading, and different colors have different meanings, characteristics. Okay?
Okay. Sandra, are you making fideo with chunks of beef? I keep getting that. Like that was somebody's favorite. If you do it for New Year's, they're saying to do it again and leave the top off so they can smell it. Trevor, why do I pick up saltine crackers? I don't know what this is about, but I'm getting saltine crackers. Mary Lucia, I didn't even see her there. Hi, Mary. Yes, a new year, new beginnings. Amen to that. Oh, Mary, I meant to ask you, was your son okay about his stomach? Remember, I told you about that.
And Trev says, I eat a lot of saltines.
That's probably why I picked him up. Kathy Hanley, I'm picking up the name of Noah, whoever Noah is. I have to go back to Trevor. Trevor, do you got a scar on the top of your right foot, like going across it? I see a scar, like at an angle, but it goes across the right foot.
Marilisea. Yes, he was sick the next day, but okay.
Thank God. Okay.
She says also that today was Alex's memorial service.
Oh. And you know what, Mary? I was telling Nancy, I said I could have swore that Alex was out at the house when I lived down in Poteet, that he was out there because he told me I was telling him about a sandwich that they made. He told me that this Nato was eating all the people's sandwiches, and so they made him a sandwich. And I guess he had diarrhea and everything after that. I know it's funny. And then he told me, or they showed me, and I asked Alex about it. They opened up the back door. They unlocked his back door on his truck, and all the mail fell out on the highway. And I could have swore it was Alex because he was in the wheelchair, and I had to do the reading outside in the yard.
Trev says, by my ankle.
I see it. That's there, buddy.
And Kathy says, no, Noah, but she's going to write it down.
Please do write it down. Yes. And also, does somebody bring food to you, Kathy? Like here, I'm gonna say, like the neighborhood gets together and puts a bunch of food together for the seniors and whatnot, or if you do that to distribute to the people that don't have a lot, because I see that. Leona, they're telling me to tell you to tone it down, to stop yelling.
We got Flaco.
Flaca.
Flaca. Sorry.
Flaca flow.
Yes.
Amanda, I want you to keep an eye on Tony, okay? I know he's got the flu, but nurse him better than what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like if he needs chicken soup or whatnot, and put Vicks on his chest. Like if you have to spoil him, spoil him. Herbie Lopez, please be careful of your thumb. Like you don't jam it. wonder if Sherry's still with us. Boy, Sherry, somebody is just tugging at you like crazy. They're trying to get your attention. I'm going to put it to you this way. If you had a son that passed, or excuse me for asking or saying, if you had a miscarriage, this person is around, I'm going to go 8 to 12 years old. So if you don't have a son at that age and you had a miscarriage going back that far, this kid is pulling on you like, mom, 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 like that. So if you feel something behind you, that's what it is.
She says no kids that passed.
Thank God. Then, have you ever had? Well, I don't mean to ask
A,
that.
a pregnancy that didn't complete, you didn't
Right,
complete your pregnancy.
right, right, right.
Oh, cool. No miscarriage. Okay.
Okay, keep it in
Just think
mind.
about it. Hmm.
Just keep it in mind. Or here's another thing. If, like, say you have a sister or a close friend that had lost a child, it's this kid keeps coming back. He's got brown hair that goes to here like bangs going down, and he's pulling on you in the back, like he's trying to get your attention.
I love this little story Kathy just posted here. If I can put that up. Kathy says, Christmas Day Meals on Wheels came to my door to ask about my neighbor. She was not at home. She went to her daughter's for Christmas. The lady gave the meal to me and wished me a Merry Christmas. See how things happen?
There, exactly. Okay, where was I? Carol. I got to do Carol.
Okay.
Carol, I don't know if you're married or not, but if you're not, there's somebody who's going to catch your eye from now until the beginning of the year.
Kathleen, thank you for sharing. Please share the show, folks.
Yes. At least do that for us. Ruthie, Ruthie, Ruthie. I see like a big bowl. It's either eggnog or else it's punch. Like if you used to make a certain kind of punch, everybody likes it, and somebody on the other side wants you to bring it back. I'm gonna describe this person to you. He's thin, he has blackish hair that was spiky like, but it would come out to a point. He's wearing a white shirt, long sleeve, under a green Christmas sweater that has a white band going across with Christmas trees, Santa Claus, stuff like that. And to me, he's in spirit. But like your what did I say it was? Punch? And folks, don't ask me how I do that. I don't know. I just do it. Jojo, I'm picking up the name. I want to say it's either Rennie, Renee, or Reggie. Okay, those three names: Rennie, Renee, Reggie. That's the name I'm picking up around you. Okay, apparently somebody from the other side, the person that I described to you, it's a guy, younger guy, a skinny face, right? I don't know if you ever remember Dennis the Menace's father, how he looked with the hair spiked like that. He looked like Dennis the Menace's dad to me. Am I up to date on the new comments, honey?
Yes. No, Sherry said she wanted the one about this a visitor or something. I want that one instead. The someone catching her eye.
That's Carol.
And Carol does this. There you go.
You know what, Sherry? If you think it in your mind and you say it verbally what you want, the kind of guy you want, he'll come. Ask her, she'll tell you.
It's true. If you want to hear about that, I can tell you about it. Allison says Rennie is my cousin who passed away a good few years ago.
Okay. Time means nothing to the other side because they're not on the clock anymore. But understand he's around you, okay? Or if it's a she, they're around you. Either way, I hear the name Rennie. Well, some of them are prophecies. Some of them I just see when it happens, you know.
Uh-oh.
But what?
Valerie wants to know how you can do that. Yes, tell us, Faye, please. Okay.
Honey, I don't know how I do it. I just do it.
No, she wants to know how you can create the person that you want to see. And you
Oh,
said she can tell
you
you.
tell him that one. Jane Lowe. Hello, Jane Lowe.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep it on the down low. She's watching and she's at work, so be quiet.
Okay.
Don't say. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I'll try to say it as succinctly as I can, but if you really want to, no, I really do believe now that we are creating our own lives. That's why I'm so adamant about making, I don't care what 2024 brings to us. It's all about being who we are in this human experience and being the best we can. We can manifest our happiness. We have to think positively. And if you want to do it practically, here's what I suggest you do because this is what I did. I put down on a board, I cut out pictures out of the magazines, and I was single at the time, and I decided who I wanted my next love of my life to look like. And it happened to be a tall, handsome, dark complected man. And I also wrote down his characteristics that I wanted him to be. I wanted a man that I could talk to, that I could, talk about deeper things than, the temperature of the outside or how large a snowmobile is or a great truck or things like that nature. I wanted to talk about things that mattered to me. And so I would write, and I wanted somebody who could sing a tune and and play a musical instrument. And what I did at that time, it was summer solstice, and I didn't know anything about what I was doing, but I truly wanted to manifest this person because I had just read um, Law of Attraction, that book. And you manifest everything, you're creating your life. Everybody here is creating our lives. Anyway, so I wrote down all these characteristics. I did that board. Nothing happened. I continued. People who are like frogs kept on coming into my life. But finally, I was having lunch one day with my girlfriend about 4 years later, 5 years later. And she said, "How's the dating scene going with you, Faye?" I go, "I forget the dating scene. I am not pursuing anybody or no one's pursuing me, but I'll tell you one thing, the only way I will accept the next person in my life is if he stands in front of me and he tells me that he loves me He's always loved me, and I will. That had to happen. Well, that's what happened. Roger came into my life. Mutual friends of ours sort of connected us. I didn't ask for it. It was because I was working on the class reunion, and people were calling people to come to the reunion. And one of them called Roger while he was in Texas and said, "We're going to have this reunion." And Roger said, "Well, I'll be playing in Minnesota at this particular place. Why don't you and the classmates come and watch me play?" And Jerry said, "Oh yes, I'll have Faye Ewing send out an email to all the classmates." And Roger said, "Faye Ewing? Okay, so make sure that Faye Ewing comes to the gig, even if you have to fireman carry her." And so that's what happened. I met Roger at the gig. He said those things to me that I told my friend, and he looked like the thing I cut out of a magazine. Um, and it was no coincidence. So, really, all you have to do is be patient with yourself. Don't accept anything less than what you want, and be patient. Again, be patient. It will happen.
Read what Martin says, honey.
I can't.
¿Cuándo vas a bailar salsa? He oído que bailas muy bien. Sí, bailo muy bien, pero estoy viejo, ya no puedo. He says, when are you going to dance salsa? First off, I don't dance salsa anymore. And he says, I heard that you danced real good. Yes, I did. In my days, I did. But just after all the falling and everything, no, I can't do it anymore.
So Carol says something interesting. She says it was fate. Actually, it was not fate. It was not fate.
No, it was Faye.
It was Faye. I I made that happen, and you guys can make that happen too. You have to believe you can do it. I'm not even lying. If I can
Okay,
do
we
it, you
got
can do it.
Ann C right now, and I don't know where you're from. You must be a new person here. So, um, I, I like the picture. It helps me a lot. But what I am real quick to tell you, I am a psychic medium of almost 20 years now, and my wife and I do these two shows. The one today, and then we do another one on Saturday morning, 10:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And what I do is I go up and down on names of people and I look at their pictures and bang, something comes out. The first thing I get for you, Ed, is somebody by the name, it's either Frank or the last name is Franklin.
The power of manifestation. Thank you, Herbie. That is true. That is absolutely true. And when I have
You
Nancy,
forgot to put it's the Garza charm too.
okay, what? Yes. And I'm going to have Nancy Robinson on my show this next January, and we are going to be talking about manifesting a little bit. So if
Yeah,
you want to,
Martin, it's a pity, all right, porque I fell down 7 times already, and I mean bad falls. And I got a concussion still, and it's hard for me. I can't twirl around anymore. And look what Kathleen says.
yeah, I mean, be good to yourself. Just be patient. If you really, and the another thing that happened is my sister made the mistake of saying, Faye, before I ran into Roger, Faye, we're going to just be traveling buddies for the rest of our lives. We're just going to be, you and me, going to be traveling the world. And I went to bed that night and I prayed to God and I said, oh God, I do not want to be an old maid traveling with my sister around the world. Please
Honey,
send him now.
look at her questions. Do you have to ask? My dad used to say that.
Your dad said it. Maybe he had the Garza charm.
So do I.
I'm just teasing you. Yes, he's very charming. He was very charming that night and very sweet. And And
Yeah,
he,
we're not going, orale, baby, what's going on?
I
This
know
is.
he did not. There's more to the story, but I just didn't want to go into too much detail because maybe we can talk about it at another show or something.
Right.
But it because everybody, if you really want to change your lives, all you have to do is think about how you want to change it. First of all, you change yourself a little bit. You just
Yep.
keep on changing yourself, loving yourself. I didn't love myself very much. That's why it took me about 4 or 5 years to I mean connect with Roger. I think I wasn't ready. Um, I had had two bad experiences, really big ones, and I just didn't trust any guys anymore. So it can happen. It can happen to anybody. As far as manifesting, it's true. Oprah Winfrey believes in it very much too. I don't know if you
This
like her or not,
goes
but she does.
this goes for either Ann C, or it goes for Kathy Hanley. I'm picking up the name for either one of you two. I'm picking up the name Teresa.
Yeah, Kathleen has says, just last week her neighbor said, "Let's just become a lesbian," and I said, "Not me." Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful about. You might be so attractive to so many people, which is a
Well, you know
compliment.
what they say, the lesbian said about that, the better.
Yeah.
But remember, I got the name that was for either was it Kathleen? Yeah, Kathleen Little. It was either her or what was the other name? Ann C.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I got Teresa,
Wow.
Kathy Henley Little, or Ann C. The name Teresa came out.
Well, look at what happened to JoJo. She said, Phil was my neighbor for 4 years, and then we got together after one date, and then the next day he asked me to marry him. And in July next year, we will have been married for 20 years. So, yes, it's like and folks, there are no coincidences.
Do you see who's here?
Jennifer, Merry Christmas. I'm glad you're here.
Where
Welcome.
have you been, girl? I told you I wanted to talk to you about the Staten Island number 9.
What do you want to talk to her about? How's
Don't you
that?
remember I said
Well, I
that
know. Can you say it now?
about the firemen?
Yeah.
I wanted to know more about it.
Oh,
It was either house number 9 of the firehouse number 9, or 9 firemen died. Oh, buddy, you don't know how. Yes, well,
he
now it's
takes his
playing. I had
time.
to play sitting down.
He has learned. He has learned.
Yep.
Definitely learned.
Look at this.
Wow. Teresa was the name of my great aunt. She was a nun in the island of Jamaica. Wow.
Please note that she's with you.
Wow. Here's what Jennifer says. She's been looking for the 9 that were hurt, but hasn't found them yet.
Okay, it also could be Station 9. For some odd reason, I got the Staten Island firemen and number 9. Wow, we're almost out of time, babe.
I know. So here's what Kathleen. Can I
Go
just
ahead.
put up what Kathleen had?
Go.
Teresa just got her breast cancer results back. I told her everything will be fine. No cancer after surgery. That's my best friend's daughter. Her dad passed away in May 2023.
Okay, but the one I think I got was Kathy Hanley, I said, or Ann C.
Okay.
Kathy Hanley, you're very welcome, dear.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. She'll
Yeah,
check.
it's got to be. It's in Staten Island. I know that. And to me, it's a fire station where it's next to a hill. The street comes down at a hill, and then there's a fire station right at the bottom of the hill, on the side, And it has to do. It's either Station 9 or having to do with 9 firemen. And please PM me after you find out everything. That's perfect timing, honey. Good.
Please join us on Saturday. We're going to have Laura Lee Potvin on our show. You're going to it's a lot of fun, a lot of great energy. She and Roger will be doing readings that day. She will bring in fascinating information. Everybody will, she just brings charisma
And our
to the
phone
show.
number?
Okay.
If you want to do a one-on-one reading, and I can do them no matter where you live, I do them through Facebook Messenger, okay? So if you want a one-on-one reading, I charge $50 for a half hour, $80 for an hour. And trust me, folks, people are starting to book up now because they want to know what's going to happen for the new year coming. So just call that number, 715-688-4091. I am here from 11 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening, Monday through Friday. Okay? My first hour at 11 to 12, I devote to prayer. And then from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I'm open. And don't forget, we still have t-shirts. We still have coffee mugs. What else do we have, honey?
We got you. We got you.
I got you, babe.
Yeah. So we'll see you Saturday.
Right.
And in the meantime.
Oh, I'm a little sleepy here. Okay, Kathy Hadley, you ready? Too bad we don't have Lisa today. Where's Lisa?
I don't know, honey.
But anyway, as we say every show, every really big show, we always say the following. Love everyone you can on this earth. Why?
Because love
is life, and
life is love.
Embedded in your head and in your heart, and you'll live good. So I guess we'll see each other
soon.
Saturday morning.
Yes.
I'll see you when I go into the next room.
I know. You be careful.
See.
So goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. It was a lot of fun, and we're going to have fun again.
God bless you all. And remember, that's going to be our last show for this year. So be with us Saturday to celebrate the new year coming in, okay?
Okay, folks. Good night, honey.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.